I found myself in these rocks over here to try and escape the crowds. Fortunately, it is Super Bowl Sunday, so I'm hoping that's gonna mitigate a number of people from going out to shoot right now. Like, the Super Bowl is literally happening right now. So apparently, on top of this rock up here, there's a huge lighthouse. So I'm gonna go check that out. Got about an hour and a half till sunset, so I got a little bit of time to derp around. Alright, so I may have underestimated how far away this lighthouse is. On the map on Google, it literally looks like it's like right there, but like I have to do this huge detour because there's a huge cliff. So I'm a little worried about where I'm gonna be for sunset, but we'll just figure it out, you know, see what happens. I don't say this a lot, but sometimes when I make these vlogs, I get really anxious about where I'm gonna be for sunset. Because, for example, like that beach back there that I was just on, that's where I was planning on going for sunset. And now I'm on this huge hike to this other place. So, something I gotta work on is not being so friggin' anxious about it and just going with the flow. But I think that's just something I learned in time. Let's just follow the road here. All right, well, first impressions of this place, that looks really cool. I'm gonna zoom in there. Notice how we got a nice light difference hitting right on that corner. That means that whole wall there is gonna light up for sunset. So that's one thing I like to do when I'm like scoping out a place, is look for cool features based off where the sun is gonna go down. So I know it's gonna go down over there, so I'm gonna look for things that are gonna hit, the light's gonna hit from this angle and light it up. And then start thinking about ways I could frame that as I approach the scene. Also, I realize this is very much a genre of photography I like to call impulsive photography. A lot of photographers, especially in landscape world, like to go to, you know, the same place multiple times so they can begin to learn in an environment. But I simply can't do that. I just get so bored going to the same place over again. I like the feeling of traveling somewhere. So I'm trying to develop a certain skill set of being able to show up to a place, get the best possible photo with the best possible conditions I'm given, and then move on from that photo, probably to never come here again. Well, it's closed. That sucks. Well, if they're not gonna let us go through, I'm just gonna go up. Well, that's not good. I just lost complete connection to it. It's just like, I think once it gets below, after this mountain range, it just freaks out. All right, we're back. We're back online, baby. So either way, I got a really cool shot of just the lighthouse from up here. I can't get much closer than this or else it's just gonna keep disconnecting, but I think it's a pretty cool shot. It's, let me show you. So we got a nice isolation of the subject, just surrounded by the ocean, and then just kind of boom, boom, pops right out into that middle shot there. So it's a great shot. Don't really have to worry about the light too much, other than it's lighting up this little cliff over here. So the funny thing about drones is you always hear people say, like, you shouldn't fly a drone because it annoys people, ruins the nature, but in my experience, it's actually been the complete opposite. Out of all the times I've flown my drone, which has probably been, I don't know, hundreds of times, people are more interested in the drone than not. So like, for example, right back there where, you know, you can't get past that view, I had a bunch of people coming up and looking at my drone footage to see what the lighthouse looked like, so they could actually see what it looked like. So just the fact that it creates such a sense of awe for other people around you, and like people want to try to fly it and all this stuff, it's never been my experience that people get pissed off by a drone. All right, so with that being said, we got about 30 minutes till sunset. So we just gotta rush over to that burst beach from the beginning so we can catch it before it's gone, because there's literally just cliffs until we get there. So I'm gonna take a bit of a risk here. I found this other trail that at least this look at I wasn't at before. So we'll see where it leads. All right, that's pretty interesting. You can actually see the lighthouse right over there. So we're kind of sneaking around it a little bit. I believe that's what they call Bird Island. As you can see all the bird shit all over it. All right, y'all, I think we found the sunset spot. Check out this. So we actually got a beautiful composition here as well. I love this little foreground, and then we got this nice line that kind of leads the eye across the photo this way, then ultimately ends it back over here, where we got like an explosion of sunlight coming out over there. We don't necessarily need the sky in this shot because there's so much color just being lit up here with all these greens. So I'm gonna go ahead and stack these different points of the photo into focus and check this shot out. So there's all these old buildings down here from like World War I or II or something. I don't exactly know, but they're all lookout points across the Pacific Ocean to see if their ships are coming, and they're just completely graffiti stricken throughout San Francisco. So one of my favorite things to see is just these old military buildings covered in beautiful graffiti. So I want to see if I can get a shot of all those birds just sitting in their own crap on that huge island. Should make for a good color contrast between the black and the white. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and isolate this group of birds right here. But I'm gonna make sure I can get enough of that cliffside to make it look kind of sketchy. Notice how there's all this black down here? That's gonna help contrast all that white up there, along with those birds that are blending in right there. So probably something along lines like this will be the photo. Crazy thing about that shot is I don't actually want to show how high the cliff is. I just want to like fade the bottom off into black. So when you look at this photo again, you could see how it just leads the eye into this mystery of like, how high up is that cliff actually? And that simplicity helps make the shot, versus if I were to show the ocean, it wouldn't look nearly as impressive or scary that these birds are just sitting on this white and black mountain. So I'm gonna walk back up the road. I just came up and see if I can get another shot of this whole place from a distance, right when the sun goes down. I know it's kind of hard to see, but the sun's gonna do something weird. It's either gonna be really pretty or not pretty at all, because see all those clouds? It might get too thick for it, and it's already losing a little bit of light along this. So we'll just have to see what happens here. That was pretty cool. Nice little abstract shot to finish off this sunset. Sometimes I feel like I don't need to take like this epic sunset shot. You could just take like a, a vignette shot of the sunset. You don't have to incorporate like this whole scene, which is what I was trying to do. But I think just that little abstract will do for now. And yeah, good shots today. All right, I'm gonna start heading back because I don't want to be wandering through those weird rocks in the dark. So let's do it. Yeah, so for reference, that's the beach where I started at. So I gotta loop all around here because that's not passable, that little crevice right there. I always end up so freaking far from my car, these vlogs. All right, so we got two ways back here. We can go back along the road, which is longer, or we can go back through the treacherous rocks and possibly get a cool long exposure shot on the way back. I think I'm gonna do option 2. All right, well, the tides come in a lot higher, so this might feel more difficult than I thought. It's a little sketch right there. I'm gonna walk through that. Shit! This is absolutely crazy. I shouldn't have done this. All right, just make it through. All right, y'all, I made it through. There's a bonfire glowing in the distance. So I know I'm, shit. Wait, it's coming in. So I know I'm good, there's no more rocks. Photography tip, don't forget about high tide and put yourself in a space where it's the only way to get back. Because that could have been a lot worse, but luckily, I don't know. Somehow I made it. Woo! See why they call it Rodeo Beach now. That was fun. That was a good adventure. I feel like I got lots of good shots. And yeah, I'm gonna go eat some food, celebrate that I'm alive. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out my Explore More merch if you want to help support the channel and movement that I put forward by making all these vlogs. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.